Hello, welcome to FM Scout. I'm your friendly host, Bood FM, and today we're going to bring you something that's just a little bit of fun, a little experiment, an experiment we've been talking about in the FM Scout office. Now, before I get into it and tell you what it's all about, I just want to point you in the direction of my channel. I'm Bood FM. I've got a series at the minute with Huddersfield Town called Bood in the Hood. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully you'll check it out. Hopefully you'll enjoy it too, and hopefully you'll subscribe. Right, me and the guys at FM Scout, we have a debate, and most of us agree, a debate on Pep Guardiola, especially after the weekend just gone. Manchester City were just beaten 4-0 by Everton. Now, a few of us, especially me, have been very vocal about him, saying I think he's overrated. I do, honestly. I think he inherited a great Barcelona team. I think he then went to Bayern Munich, inherited a treble winning team, a team that had just won the treble, right? In leagues where you've got one, maybe two teams challenging. And now he's come to the Premier League and he's at Manchester City. Great club, don't get me wrong. Good players. Not too sure if they're on the same level as Bayern Munich or Barcelona, but he's in a much tougher league, and I think he's being found out. Now, I wanted to test him. So the idea behind this was basically not just because it's a nice play on words and I'm a Star Wars fan, but mainly I didn't want to put him at Stoke City or Sunderland or in the Premier League. I wanted to really test him. He's got great stats on this game, and I wanted to see, can he really do it on a cold night in Yorkshire when it's raining in Bradford and you're playing someone like Oldham Athletic. I want to know if he can do it. So we're going to find out. And here he is. He's now manager of Bradford City. I've put him on about 20 grand a week, which is probably quite a lot for Bradford, but they couldn't afford his Man City wages. It was something like 300 grand a week. But as you can see, his stats are amazing. Coaching wise, he's got 18 for attacking, tactical and technical above 20. His mental side is brilliant, judging player ability and potential. So hopefully, even though he's going to have basically no money to spend, that should come in handy. His adaptability is 19. So, he can live in Munich, he can live in Barcelona, he can live in Bradford, it's all the same to him. He's very determined, and his tactical knowledge is 20. So, you know what, he's got some ability. He likes to spend his money on youth signings, which could be good for Bradford. He likes to sign lots of young players, which is also good. And he likes to fit players into his tactic. That's something that I like to do as well in this game. I always stick with my tactic and make the players fit it, or buy players to fit it. But yeah, his tactic, is it going to be suited for League One? And here is his tactic, a 4-1-2-3 you could call it. Yeah, I don't know if it is suited for League One. I think you're looking more like 4-4-2s at this level, aren't you? It's a bit more basic, really. No offence to players at this level, they're still good players, but technically they've not got the skills that they have in the Premier League or La Liga or the Bundesliga. So he's obviously going to play that way he likes to play, I'm assuming, the little ticky-tacky kind of football. Will that suit Bradford? Will he be successful in League One with Bradford? We'll have to find out. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump to the end of the transfer window at the start of the season. They'll have played a few matches. We'll have a look at who he signed and have a look how he started the season. Right, here we are. Now, he's signed 4 players, 2 on loan, 2 for free. The only lad, I'll be honest with you, the only guy I know on there is Jack Stubbs. I had him on FM16. He turned into a really good player for me on FM16. He's a right winger, so maybe he'll do well at League One. But what is he bought? Petrasso, Stephen. I have Arthur Worry. That's what it looks like. Dean Hammond, and as I said, Jack Stubbs. Let's have a look how he started the league, because if you've got an eagle eye, you'll notice he's about mid-table. Here we are with the Sky Bet League One, and he's played 5 games so far. He's won 1, drawn 4, and lost none. So. No, he's not started too bad. At least he's not been beaten. I don't know, I just expect more from Pep. I expect him to do well with this experiment, mainly because of his stats. I know he's not got top world-class players, but with them stats, you assume he'd be able to get the best out of his players, even when he's got to buy loans and freebies. Surely his judging player ability and knowledge will help him get good ones that fit his system. Especially when you think of maybe some of the managers he's coming up against. You think head-to-head tactically, it'll just be masterclassing him. That's what I expect to happen. Anyway, let's jump forward to February after the second transfer window, and let's see if he's doing any better. Here we are, and he's in 11th. He's won 12, drawn 6, and he's now lost 11 games. Got a goal difference of -1. I'll be honest, I did expect better, but any manager coming to a new club needs time. They need time to imprint, put their stamp on a team, to get the right players to fit their scheme. So I'm not going to be too hard on him just yet, but I was thinking playoffs at least. I mean, really, Bradford are a decent club, big club, lot of fans, great stadium. With Pep Guardiola at the helm, I thought, he'd do better. Let's have a look at some of the players he brought in the winter transfer window. Right, he's brought in another 4 players, 2 on loan and 2 on free. He's got Tom Davies on loan from Everton. That lad, I've never heard of him. And the way he played against Manchester City, if you're watching this video in the future, you'll have no idea what I'm on about. But if anyone watched Manchester City get beat by Everton at Goodison Park the other day, Tom Davies at 18 bossed that game. He was out of this world. So that's a good signing, I'll be honest with you. He signed Luke McGee on loan from Tottenham. He signed Chris Baird on a free. And he's also signed Matt Watson on a free. So, he's brought in 8 players now. Will the second half of the season go any better for him? Let's find out. Here we are at the end of the year on the competitions page. And as you can see, Bradford finished 12th. Yeah, not that great. He won 17, he lost 17, he drew 12, finished with 63 points. He was only 6 points away from the playoffs, but I just expected him to at least get in the playoffs. I really, really did. I thought, just because of who he is and his ability. They got knocked out the second round of the FA Cup by Accrington Stanley. Who are they? In the League Cup, he got knocked out the first round by Oldham Athletic. I mentioned Oldham earlier, I don't know if you remember, but Oldham knocked him out. And the Johnson's Paint Trophy, he was knocked out in the group stage. So, disappointing all year. I mean, I didn't expect him to do well in the Cups, I'll be completely honest. He's a League One team, but I really thought he'd make the playoffs. How will he do in his second year? Let's find out. Okay, it's the end of the transfer window, and we're now in September 2017. If you've got an eagle eye, you'll be able to see where they are in the league, but I just wanted to look at the transfers he's made. Now, he's got rid of 6 players, and he's brought in 9, so he is really putting his stamp on this team. Last year he had quite a few loan players in. Was it 4 loan players? This year he's only gone for 2, so maybe he's building something now. He's brought in Lyle Taylor from Wimbledon. He's brought in Ben Wilson from Cardiff. Both of them 2 players have a fee. He's brought in Michael Caine on a free transfer. He's brought in Lloyd Isgrove on a free transfer. Luke O'Neill on a free transfer. Brandon Barker from Manchester City, loan player. He's also brought in Shayon Harrison on loan from Newcastle. He's a decent prospect, that lad. He might score him goals at this level, so we'll wait and see on that. He's got Shane Ferguson on a free, and he's also loaned Kieran Wallace from Sheffield United. So, a lot of new players. How well will he do? I don't know. Let's just have a quick look at the league. Now, as I said, obviously he's in 6th place. Only played 5 games. Won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. But he's in the playoffs. So it's definitely an improvement. Well, he started this year well. Hopefully if he can carry this on, he might do well. I am expecting him, especially now this year, especially bringing in more players, to definitely be in the playoffs by the end of the year. Let's jump forward to the end of the winter transfer window and let's see how he's doing at the halfway mark. Right, here we are on the 2nd of February, and he's right back down to the mid-table. He's in 12th, won 11, drawn 7, lost 12. It's just like looking at last year. You sure it's not last year again? Honestly, that is disappointing. Yeah, he's not doing too well, is he? I expected more, Pep. I expected more. Let's have a look at his transfers. Right, so he's brought in 2 more players. Admiral Musqui. What a name, eh? Admiral. That's a top name. I wonder if his brother's called General. Anyway, he's been brought in on loan from Leicester. And he's got a free transfer. Abu Agogo. Yep, I think that's what I'm going for. So he's brought in 2 more players. Are they going to be enough to get him back towards the playoffs? Let's jump in the DeLorean. Let's go to the future and let's find out. And the answer to that is no. About 26 days after we just was with you, he got the sack. Sacked for the club's poor league position. You think they'd give someone like Pep a chance, especially when he's on 20 grand a week. But yeah, he was at the club for 1 year, 242 days, and yeah, I think, I just thought a manager of his ability, he could do it. I thought he'd be able to do it at Bradford. I really thought he'd just boss it. I thought he'd boss this league. But he struggled, and I found that on the game myself. I think he seems to struggle at City. I've played 3 saves now. My save on YouTube with Huddersfield, and I've got a save with Man United, and I've got a personal save with a club I've made of my own, of my hometown, called Denton Villa. And on each one of them, he's been sacked by Manchester City, so maybe that'll happen in real life too. Just a quick look at the competition page, and as you can see, they finished 13th, even though they had half a season without him. He did get to the third round of the FA Cup, was knocked out by Blackburn. He wasn't manager then, I'm assuming. He was knocked out in the second round of the League Cup by Ipswich. And the Johnson's Paint Trophy, he was knocked out in the group stage again. So, you know what, disappointing all round, I'll be honest with you. Right, and here we are on Pep's page, and it looks like his almost 2-year stint in the League One of English football has affected his stats. And they've all took a drop. Yeah, definitely took a drop. His tactical knowledge is now on 19. His attacking's gone down to 17. A lot of them have took a drop really. And that's right, because if you can't do it at Bradford in League One when you're Pep Guardiola, where can you do it, eh? So yeah, that was just a bit of fun. And I think he really did struggle. And I just hope you enjoyed it really. I just hope you had a bit of fun with it, because that's all it is. A little cheeky look at what could be if Pep Guardiola was Bradford City manager. Because if his career keeps on going like it is, that's where we might end up in real life. Anyway, all I want to say is, before I go, don't forget to check out the FM Scout website. Brilliant website. If you've never checked it out before, it's great. It's where I get all my kit packs from. You can get great graphics for your game. I've got some cool pitch textures, fancy captain armbands. You can read lots of articles. It's a brilliant website. Honestly, add it to your favourites. And if you did enjoy this video, show it some love. Hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you're new to FM Scout, come and join the family, eh? Hit the subscribe button, because the next few months we've got lots and lots planned. Hopefully we're going to try our best as a team to bring you daily content. So yeah, have a nice day, take care, I'll see you later.